Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. It's June 3rd, 2014. I'm Logan Burgess. To my right here is Cody Bills to help break down a very negative day for the grains in Chicago. Jumping into the quotes here, we see corn off 7 1/4. Soybeans led to the downside, down 18 3/4. We had Chicago wheat once again marching lower, off 8 1/4. Cody, let's talk about soybeans here though. July trading down substantially. Seemed like a combination of factors here today weighing on that market.
Absolutely, and I think part of the reason why we traded lower here is this Chinese state soybean auctions. You know, the last two times we've had this, we've traded down a similar amount. This time we actually saw more soybeans offered up, about 430,000 metric tons compared to last time, which was right around 300,000 metric tons. Of that 430,000, we saw about 72% of that sold, and that was to the western parts of China, inland into China. And so that brings the overall soybeans sold in state auctions this month up to about 1.08 million metric tons. The bottom line here is a significant amount has been sold inland. It seems every time we do this, it seems to affect the grain markets negatively, but it seems following that we do get a little bit of a snapback. It's going to be interesting to see how tomorrow trades. Now, of course, there's more to it than just that. It seems that soybeans is dealing with a number of different issues, one of them being the roll out of July and into August. And of course, right now we're dealing with a significant premium in July over August. When we go through that roll, Logan, how is that going to affect the market and how will it impact producers?
Well, that was one thing that we saw that really seemed to be a theme of the trade, especially at the end of the trade day, was, as you said, Cody, that big roll that we're about to see here between July and August. If you take a look here at this spread chart, right now we have July trading at a 66-cent premium over the August contract. And this is going to affect the market in two ways here as we see elevators move their spot soybean bid from July into August. First of all, when we see elevators roll this early in June, it's one indication that some near-term demand may have already been filled. There's not an urgent demand to get grain in the door June and into early July. So that's obviously concerning from a demand standpoint. But really, as a producer here of grain, the biggest thing to keep an eye on is how is it going to affect the cash price received at the elevator. And in today's action, as I said, July is trading a 66-cent premium over August, but when a lot of these elevators are rolling, they're only bumping basis by 50 or 60 cents. So the producer is not getting fully compensated for this roll. And that's a concern here for any producers still holding on to old crop bushels. Obviously, losing 10 to 15 cents at the elevator just due to this roll is not an ideal situation. So if you're still holding on to old crop beans, I guess just a continuation of the drum here to beat on is that it's time to move those, especially considering this roll that is going to become more widespread. We saw it at a number of key facilities today, but there's still a lot of facilities still using that July contract. If you need help finding your optimum basis in your local market, call the office 877-472-4607.
Thanks a lot for tuning in. If you have any questions about what we talked about today, feel free to contact us by email or, like Logan said, give us a call. We'll see you here tomorrow.